Hope everyone is doing great. So I just wanted to do a quick little video here about some recent somewhat headlines. So as you can see, well, the main headline here, but first I want to talk about is Mr. Scott Minerd saying basically what it says here, the Fed will press on the economy until something breaks. And also, I believe it was today at the central bank meeting, Jerome Powell was speaking and he effectively said like he didn't, he can't, obviously he can't exactly say this because or say that we're going to go into a recession or say that we're going to break something, but he basically said that we're if we have to get inflation down, if that's what it takes, then that's what they're going to do. And that's basically literally what he said. Obviously it is in whatever in the we'll call it in central banking words. But anyways, so that really just it caught my attention today, and it's again it furthermore reinforces my belief ever since inflation kind of really came out here, basically since the war started. I've been thinking that we're gonna something bad is gonna happen like in the economy, and something effectively is maybe gonna break. I've been saying a recession is gonna happen forever now, like literally forever. I've been more than ready for a recession for a long time. It's kind of funny, but I hope it's just a recession. But like he's saying here, it all depends on inflation. At the end of the day, a large part of inflation is oil and food. And well, if you follow me here, I don't think oil is going down anytime soon at all. And well, food, that's very much just somewhat highly dependent on Ukraine and the weather, like super dependent on the weather and Ukraine. And well, it's basically just a total wild card. But the rest of inflation, you could argue, has come down and starting to roll over. Look at the housing market. Obviously, rates going up a lot, and there's and stuff. But it's very interesting. So just look at the Fed dot plot here. So I don't know. I think they're going to end up having to cut rates a lot faster and sooner than they think we're going to have to cut because they overshoot. But Jerome Powell, basically what he was saying is that we're going to overshoot instead of undershoot, basically is what he said. Literally though, like, I wish I had the clip. I just seen it on Instagram, unfortunately, so I can't really pull it up here. But yeah, so that was definitely of note. And then the other thing here that I just kind of want to talk about is this note that RBC put out. I'll kind of read it for everyone here. So basically, they're saying if there is no recession, we're going to have, 150, 175 to 200 US dollar, a barrel oil, which is just, it's crazy. Obviously we'll see some demand destruction at those prices, but basically what they're saying is it's one of, the tightest oil markets in history, if not the tightest oil market ever. So, I mean, and you can kind of see their projections here. So even, and it's kind of crappy, you can't see it, sorry guys, but even in the very deep recession case, which they give it a 15% case, crude in 23 is averaging $60 a barrel. For example, what's it called? CJ, look at their dividend. It's sustainable at $50 US a barrel currently. This dividend 7.72, sustainable at $50 US. And the very worst case scenario, they're saying in 2023, a year from now, it averages about $60 a barrel. Which and you could look at this guy too, Eric Nuttall. I like him a lot. For he's a huge oil bull, kind of like me. But yeah, and you guys can kind of read it here. I won't read everything to you, but yeah. So I just found this note very interesting. I obviously I liked it a lot. It's I like RBC. They're definitely pretty good. And yeah, we'll maybe just look at this guy's Twitter a little bit here. Um, just have a little peek at it. You guys can look. Yeah. And also OPEC running out of capacity. I believe that Saudi Arabia actually, if this is correct, I'm not entirely sure, but it, they have only 2 million barrels available to increase capacity. That's a lot, but at the end of the day, it's not very much at all. The US is releasing 1 million barrels a day from their reserves, and that's also going to be their reserves are going to be very much drained. They're currently being drained a lot, and they're going to have to replenish those reserves at some point, and it's going to be a lot of oil, and it's also going to be very costly, obviously. But yeah, so interesting times for sure these days. Obviously, I think, well, if this is Thursday, we will have the inflation data. So it'll be interesting to see what the market is doing then. We've kind of been, we had a very, I think the S&P pretty much finished unchanged today after a big down day yesterday after, well, a bit of a bear market rally. But yeah, be interesting to see what happens again. Overall, I just think we're really headed down. Like we're obviously in a bear market. I think it's gonna last still a long time. Well, not a long time, but a lot longer of a bear market, unfortunately. And I think I'm gonna say I'm still thinking 33, 34. And then if like a real somewhat bad, a recession, and if it's somewhat bad, then we'll hit 3,000. And if it's a really, really bad recession, kind of like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe, who knows, but yeah. But either way, at 3,000 or even 3,300, I would, on the S&P, I would be, I would definitely be buying a lot at that point. I mean, it came down from, what is it, 4,800 or so, the high was not that long ago. So yeah, obviously we've yet to see earnings come down yet. So that's another part of, well, the PE. PE is definitely very talked about these days, and we've yet to see the earnings come down. They're still saying 10% this year and 10% next year, which is a bit crazy when you think about it. And they have changed it. I think they've actually been increasing apparently. So it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be very interesting times. Once earnings comes down, though, I think we might, and then well, obviously inflation and the Fed and this war, there's so many negative factors. It's really not a good time at all. I've just been, kind of buttoning down the hatches, kind of just climb, just I've been in the bomb shelter for a long time, to be honest, because I just think it's I don't know, just collecting a lot of dividends basically is what I've been doing, and just kind of been in a bomb shelter for one, well, because of this recession, and then obviously it's developed into, well, like we were just showing here, the Fed will press on the economy until something breaks. So yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope everyone's doing great. Just wanted to do a quick little video on that. And yeah, hope everyone enjoyed.